take advantage of that. So here we have Arshman Afzal. He's our senior, most resource we have in our company. He's a solution architect, and he has been working with AI tools from a very long time. And he has a vast experience and knowledge of software development, and he has changed his mind from traditional software development to the AI software development. Uh, Nowadays, just want to give some example of, if I start talking about Arshman, it will take the whole day. I'm talking about Arshman, but you want to learn about AI, right? So um, I just want to tell you that he's one of the guy I'm so impressed of, because he can do the job of 10 developers in 1 hour or 2 hours by just using AI and the tools those are available in the market. So he's going to share his experience and his knowledge about agentic AI, how that can help you in your development journey. I know why you guys are here. The only reason is to learn, because nowadays time is the most important thing. Uh, and you guys are here to learn something and participate in our event. So for this reason, I really want to appreciate you and thank you from the bottom of my heart, because you guys are giving your time here, joining this event, and making this event more successful. Because without you guys, this event was waste of time. But since you are here, now I can say that we are so glad to have you, and thank you all for joining. Then another thing that I wanted to share is that you might see some different things, like different branding. As I want to just show, we will be distributing these certificates to you at the end of the event for participation. But if you can see, there is a logo of Must Company as black lines and the green line, and then Must Company. And then on the mic, you can also see we have a different logo. Outside, we have two kind of standees out there. So this one is a old branding that we used to have, and now we are moving toward a new branding that is Must Company with this logo. So one of the thing that you will be seeing if you will follow the Must Company on LinkedIn or Instagram or other pages, we are very soon going to rebrand everything toward this logo, and you will see that. So I just wanted to make this clear so that there are no any kind of confusions that maybe there are two companies or something. But it's just one company, but we have two brandings at the moment. We are shifting from old to a new, so it takes some time because it's not a small company. We have to consider so many factors, and we have to consider so many things. So I'll keep it short. Thank you all for joining us today. And I hope you guys have an amazing time here, and you'll get to learn a lot of things from AI and Urshman. Thank you.
Hello, can everyone hear me? Okay, so let's just start. Share me. हम्म, बंद हो जाता है हम्म, okay. Okay, so hello everyone. So our topic for today is transform your workflow using agentic AI. So basically, we are doing a lot of tasks regularly, which should require a lot of human effort, but they're not really that much technical. So what agentic AI is going to help you is that it will take decisions on your behalf. So for example, if you have like something that is very common, or you chat GPT or it's simple AI models can also do those things for you. They can make decisions for you. So you can just use agentic AI for those purposes. So moving on towards the next slide. Mm, gee. Okay, so the prerequisites for this workshop are basically we are going to use N10 for automations and all of those things. So basically, the goal for this workshop is that we have a lot of processes that we can automate. For example, like we can sort our emails. We can also that it's a very complicated process. We can also review the PRs. If most of you might be working in a company or something, like you have the PRs that needs to be reviewed. So that's a lot of hassle. So if you use agentic AI, you can make automations that can automatically create, basically review the PR. It can add the reviews, and the developer can basically make those fixes and get back to you. So it's a lot of hassle that you just fix. So for example, if you have 10 or 15 developers that are working in your team, and they are creating like frequently they're creating PRs. So like 2 or 3 members or 2 or 3 project managers should be dedicated to review those PRs. Obviously, it's 30 or 40 PRs per day. So that is a lot of hassle that needs to be catered. So for that, there are some tools that have come into the market for to provide AI reviews on the PRs, but obviously those come with a cost. So N10 is a solution which is going to provide you all of those things, but that's without cost. That's totally free. So you just need to you can deploy N10 on your own system. But for today's workshop, we have already deployed N10 on a cloud server on our own company server. So we can provide you the account accesses. So you can basically try to log in and implement all the workshop materials that we are providing over here. So in today's workshop, we will go through different 2 or 3 workflows, which we will create together, and you can just we will provide you the account accesses. I guess we have emailed you if you have not received yet. Are the emails done? Okay, so you'll receive the link of N10 in your emails. You can just open that link and you can register your own account. So the invitations are on just being sent. So once they are done, we can move forward. So there are 3 things that we need over here. So the first one is N10's account access, and the other thing is Gemini API key. Because it is free, you can also use different chat models. If you have the API key for OpenAI, you can use that as well. If you have Claude, you can use that as well. But if you have Gemini, is the most easiest way and the most you can say cost effective solution for this, because obviously N10 is also free. So we would like to prefer the model that is also free. So our entire solution is cost effective. So, and the third thing is what agentic AI requires is it requires some accesses from your side. So, for example, if you are trying to automate your workflows in which your Google Calendar might be involved, your Gmail might be involved. So, what you have to do is you just need to provide the access tokens or the access to N10, your own N10 account. So it can do tasks on your behalf. So, for example, if you just ask the N10 client that, okay, I want a meeting to be scheduled at 8 p.m. So it will check your calendar. It will check if you have any meeting on 8 p.m. or not. If your slot is free, it will book a meeting for 8 p.m. So that is what is required from your side. Because and secondly, a lot of people are concerned about the security and privacy. So this is completely safe and completely in your own control. So you have the control what permissions you are going to provide to N10. If you're just going to provide the read permissions, it can only read your own data, and it's not using it for any other purposes. It's an open source tool. If you would like to go through its code and verify if it's using your details or not, so it's totally open source. So you have the complete knowledge of how it performs. So that is why you can also host N10 on your own server as well. Even though if you have a a spare PC on your home, you can just it's a simple Docker command. I don't know if you guys familiar with Docker or not. You can just run a single command of Docker on your own system and just keep it running. You'll have your own private AI agent on your home server. So there are a lot of things that can be done. There are a lot of possibilities with agentic AI and N8N as well. So we're just going to go through some of these things because obviously this is a workshop in which we'll be guiding everyone from base to the next level, because we don't know at what level everyone is. So we're just going to start. So first of all, you'll be just receiving the emails right now. If you just set up the N10 account really quick so we can move forward. Till then, until you get the N10 account access, if you have connected to the internet, you can just go to this website, console.cloud.google.com, and you can just create your credentials for the Gemini. So you can have the API key which you will be using for the agentic AI. So basically, the AI, every decision in your workflow is going to be made by the AI. So you have to get the key. I have provided the steps till over here, and we have some steps on the next page as well. So you can just go over here and log into your account. You might need to create a new project over here. I already have created an A10 project, so you might need to create a new project over here for this workshop. So after the workshop, if you want, you can always delete your project. So everything, every access that you have provided to an A10 can also be revoked and everything. So it's totally safe. So it's totally up to you on your console account. You just need to uh, open the Google Sheets API, and you'll have the API. You can see my API is already enabled, so you will have the enable this API button over here. So you can click that enable this API button. So the Google Sheets API will also be enabled. These are the basic tools like when you're using agentic AI. So normally for the beginners, we start with the Google products, for example, like Google Sheets, Google Drive, Google Calendar. So we can basically test and experiment how agentic AI works. So after that, we have some, you can say, complex things. We can also use webhooks. We can also use custom API requests. For example, if I have a very you can say I have a product, it's a blog website or it's a blog mobile application. So instead of having a separate resource who posts on daily basis, who just opens my website, who logs into the admin panel, creates a blog post, uploads an image, and then posts it on the daily basis. So instead of that, if I could have an automation, I have it triggered 2 times a day. For example, like one trigger can be done at 11 a.m. in the morning, one can be 11 p.m. In the night. So it will generate a content. It will fetch the latest blogs, the latest news regarding technology and IT, and after that, it will just create a blog post that is generated by AI, written for your website. Everything that you can give some sort of parameters, like the content should be like more humanized. It should not contain any tech words. I'll show all of those things to you. So basically, I have some automations planned for you as well, and we'll just go through and build all of those from scratch as well. So if this one is clear to you, we can just move forward. So I guess we have uh, calendar left. If you have not enabled that, we also have the Google Calendar API. You can also enable this API on your account. And after that, when you have all these APIs implemented, then you just need to go to the auth screen. This is the auth consent screen. So over here, you need to create an OAuth, which is basically going to allow N10 to access your account. Over here, you can see in OAuth, you have the clients option. You can create a client from over here. So I'll just open the slide here as well. So these are the four links. These are the basically text fields that you will be seeing when you're trying to create a OAuth client ID. The application type, you have to select web application because it's a web application N10. So you can name the client anything. You can just name it workshop or N10 client, anything you want. And after that, this is the redirect URL. You'll receive it from your N10 account. Once your account is set up, you'll receive the email. In that account, you will receive this redirect URL. You can just add that over here, and then you can create the OAuth client, and you will be uh, easily able to access that. So once it is the accounts are shared with you, I'll go through all those process over here, so you can also connect all these services with your N10. So this is the most complex part of N10. Once these things are configured, you have everything linked on your account, then there's nothing hard. It's just drag and drop. It's like a canvas. You just draw things and it automatically works for you. So it's just like Lego blocks. If you know about Lego blocks, you just need to have blocks prepared. So you just pick those blocks, assign it on your N10 workflow, and then it works perfectly fine. So I guess you can just go to this link. I'll also just copy and show you how we are going to use this. Okay. Open in Google Chrome. Okay, so once you log in, you'll be on this page. You can see I already have a key generated over here. So you can use the option over here. You can create an API key, name your key, and you have the project you have already created on your Google Cloud Console. You will be able to see it over here. So you can just use the same project and you can press the key, create key, and you will be able to see your key over here. So just make a notepad on your system, any notes in which you store your keys, because you might need them again and again. So instead of just going back and following all these steps, just make a note and write down all the keys. So after once we are onboarded to N8N, you might need those keys again and again. So you have to store these keys on your system. Okay, so if anybody has faced any issues in any of these steps, you can just ask. I'll repeat the process.
Guys, if anyone is checking the issue, just raise your hand. I can give you the mic so you can report the issue.
Okay, so until we are receiving the emails, we can just move forward. So we can just know about N10, what actually N10 is. We are talking about N10. So N10 is basically a workflow automation tool. It is totally open source. You can see it on GitHub. You can see its source code. You can just deploy it on your own system. You can deploy it on your own server. Even though if you're familiar with Hostinger as well, if you go to Hostinger and you purchase a plan of hosting, so it gives you an option if you want to host an N10 platform. So for example, you might have seen there are WordPress hostings, there are other Magento hostings and other server hostings. So same like that. Nowadays, we are also seeing that a lot of hosting companies are also providing N10 hosting service because it is free of cost. It's open source, so anyone can deploy it. So if a person is not that technical to deploy N10 itself on the server, so for example, like there are a lot of people that are working on WordPress, but they are not technical enough to deploy WordPress on their own server. So hosting companies basically they do that for you. So you just select that you want WordPress to be hosted on your server. So you will just be redirected to the direct admin page. You can just log into your WordPress. You can add your theme, and you can just do anything you want with your WordPress website. So it's same like that. We have N10, which is an automation tool, so it allows you to connect APIs, apps, different tools. So basically, anything you can think of in terms of automation, it's possible with N10. Anything. If you want your applications data to be filtered, if you like have an application and you want to filter out the spam users, like if the multiple users with the same phone number, obviously we can have the filters to prevent those things. But if by any chance you are getting spam users or something, the data you want to be filtered on your website, on your mobile application, so you can also integrate N10 for that as well. So it's just about how you think. So the anything that you think can be automated, the anything that is repeatedly in your like routine, like checking emails, like if you have 10, 15, or 20 emails that it's important for you to check. So you can just create an automation which will summarize all those emails daily in the morning. It will fetch all your emails. It will create a summary of those emails, and it will send you an additional email which will have the summary of all the emails for the day. So that's a very easy way to wrap the things. So there are different automations regarding email that I normally use. So I'll show those things as well. So the main thing for N10 is that it provides you a visual workflow editor. So obviously, we can't expect everyone to be that technical to go into VS Code or use any IDE to edit some things in the workflows, because Agentic AI is something if we didn't had N10, then Agentic AI is very complicated because you have to write code for every tool that you're going to use. For example, if you want Google Sheets to be integrated into your workflow, so you might need the integration for Google Sheets. So you have to code that in VS Code. You have to create a plugin for that. You have to put it in your project, and that you'll be able to use Google Sheets. So how N10 basically helps you is I'll just open over here so you can see. So I'll just showcase you all those things side by side. I have this option. So on app event, so you can see these are the products. You just keep scrolling, and it's almost never ending scroll. You have all the products that you can think of that you normally use. All automations are available over here. So it can be like over here, you can see you have the Twitter. So one automation which is very much people are very much using. So you also have the N10 marketplace as well. So if I go to N10 marketplace, you have pre-made automations that you can just copy and paste into your own system, and you can easily use those automations for yourself. You just need to add your own credentials with that, because the automations are just workflow. They don't come with you can say the authorizations and the accounts. So you can see we have 799 applications that can be integrated and that can be automated. in which this HTTP request, this is the most generic thing you can have over here. So for example, if I have an application, I have some post request or get request, I can just use this HTTP request method. My AI model decides that this data should be posted to your application. So it will just create an HTTP request on my behalf. It won't ask for my authorization. It won't just ask me, should I do this or not? I have authorized those things in n10. So it will basically perform all those tasks. So I'll just go to the marketplace for n10. So you have 5,934, almost 6,000 workflow automations available that are just a click away for you to use. Like you have personal life manager with Telegram, Google services, and voice enabled AI. So you can just speak with n10 and it will perform all the things that you actually want. So it's integrated with Google services. So it's just like I can use a kind of a voice note and I'll say, okay, just create a meeting for 8 a.m. It will do that for me. So it's just easy as that. So you have other things as well, like learn code with interactive hands-on tutorial, like generate AI viral videos with VO3 and upload to TikTok. So basically, if you want to go for content generation, if you want to create your own any content platform like TikTok or any YouTube Shorts, something like that. So you just need to integrate your AI models. So you have over here the things that are required for this automation. So you just need to have the API keys for all of those platforms. Like you can see, we have OpenAI chat model. Obviously, OpenAI chat model will be creating the script of that video. Obviously, the video should have a script because you're doing nothing over here. Everything is being done by n10. So you might have the OpenAI chat model, which will create those things for you, which will plan what kind of video should be. It will create a complete plan, and then the other tools, they will be used to create the video, edit the video, and finally they will be uploaded to your TikTok account. So you have to integrate all of those things. So there are a lot of other templates as well. I have seen like crypto automations as well. You can just integrate your account of crypto. You can just top up some amount, and it can trade on your behalf as well. So there are endless possibilities what agentic AI can do for you. So those things have become very easy by the use of n10, because n10 just provides plug and play things. If I click on this, for example, this is a generate AI viral videos. I'll just click on this. Now I have this automation over here. I'll just show you how simple it is to basically get these things from over here. So you can see this is the complete detail. It also provides you full documentation on Notion. You should provide the OpenAI connection. You have to set up, integrate VO3 into n10. It comes up with its own documentation, which will help you to integrate. So if I want to use this workflow, what I just need to do is I just need to just a second. I can just use for free, or I can just use. I have the copy option over here, I guess. Come on, see. Let's go to workflow and just use for free over here. Copy template to clipboard JSON. You got it copied on your clipboard, and you can just paste it over here, and the entire workflow is now in your own n10. So it will now, if I just use the execute button over here, execute workflow, it will execute that, and then it will go for this, and it will ask me which models I want to use, which my personal account access is. So over here you can see the cross sign. This is, and it says an error. Credentials for OpenAI chat model are not set. So if I just double click on it, it will ask me to provide credentials. I don't have any OpenAI credentials yet, because for this workshop we have used Gemini. So we will be using Gemini, but it's it's still easy. I can just, if I want to, I can just move it over here. I can delete this link, and I can just create over here, and I'll just use Google Gemini chat model. I have the model over here selected, and I'll just go back. The model is replaced. It's as simple as that. You just don't need any technical knowledge for this stuff. So I didn't had OpenAI right now, so I just replaced it with Google Gemini. It's that easy. So I guess all of you might have received the email. So please check and let us know if anybody has not received. so we can make sure that person receives and we can get forward. Okay. Hello everyone who's on Gather. So we're just getting everyone access on N10, so it might take a little bit while. So it's basically a workshop. So a seminar is usually a little bit different. So everywhere it's just like speaking and speaking, but it's a workshop, so we need to keep everyone in sync. Just give us a few moments. We are almost done. So once everyone has their N10 credentials and N10 access, so we can start the process. Everyone can learn while seeing the screen. So that's why it's taking a little bit of time. Just stay with us so we can keep doing our work. Thank you. I guess now most of you might have received the email and also configured N10 as well. If anybody is left, I guess they will also receive the email shortly. So in the meanwhile, you can just move through you can see theoretical things which we need to understand before actually moving on to the workflows that's the practical thing that we have to do. So as you can see over here, it supports over 400 plus integrations, which are like actual products. You can see just like Google Sheets and other products that you can see, for example, like Airtable. If you're familiar with that, it's an alternative to Google Sheets. You can use different AI models that I've shown you in the actual workflow as well. So just before moving on towards the N8N workflow, we have to understand the type of nodes. So basically, as I told you, that work N8N is basically kind of Lego blocks. These are just blocks. So we call those blocks the nodes. There are different kind of nodes that we have in N8N. So for example, first of all, we have these trigger nodes. So basically, the trigger nodes are the nodes that actually trigger a pipeline. So for example, you have like a complete workflow design that will do something, anything it could be. So there should be a starting point. Which thing is going to trigger that workflow? It could be either you manually press the start button, or you have it scheduled for 7 a.m., 8 a.m., or any time of the day. So that's are basically the trigger nodes which actually trigger a pipeline, which we call works over here. So after that, we have the action nodes.